You are listening to Did You Hear?
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 The Johnson County Library podcast.
We are coming to you
From the Central Resource Library
in Overland Park, Kansas.
This is your Library Insider.
Welcome to another episode of Did You Hear? Today we're celebrating a special birthday. Ian and Kari stopped by to chat with Dave Carson about Monticello Library, which opened its doors 1 year ago.
Welcome to another edition of Did You Hear? We're celebrating a birthday. Monticello, if you can believe it, is turning 1 year old. And, honestly, I feel like it's been open for years, but I guess that's not the case. It's just 1 year. And we have a couple people from Monticello Library here to talk about all the growing pains and all the success stories and the future of this little baby that we call Monticello Library. Let's have some introductions here. We have
Ian Raby. I am an information specialist at the Monticello Library.
Well, welcome.
And I'm Kari Engelman, and I'm also an information specialist at Monticello.
Okay. I take it you really love your branch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How about you tell me one thing that is really unique that separates Monticello Library from all the other libraries?
It's brand new and modern and gorgeous and has so many windows. And the wow factor of it is just sets it apart from anything else.
Yeah.
What things make you go, wow?
I think just the size of the place when you come in and you see this big modern facility. You see it on patrons when they come in. They're just like, this is a beautiful library.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much natural light, but there's also so many different ways to use the library. There's so many study rooms, little nooks and crannies you can get lost in to get away from sounds and things that might be happening downstairs in the children's area or what have you.
Well, and it really has everything you need, right? I mean, you have a giant meeting room.
Yes, we do.
How many folks can that accommodate?
At least 100.
Wow. And it's got all the modern amenities that you would want in a meeting room, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Which includes
high-tech AV system, so you can project things. We got microphones. We've got the little microphone you can clip on your lapel. We've got all the clicks and whistles.
Yeah. And then study rooms as well. And,
Correct.
Yeah.
And each of those, you have a television monitor that you can connect your computer to.
Yeah, we've got 7 study rooms that each one has a HD monitor in there that you can connect over the Wi-Fi and project your PowerPoint, your computer, if you're like want to sit and watch a movie with your friends or something, you just pop it up there on the screen. You're good to go.
Cool.
It is very cool.
And then it's one of the most interesting conference rooms I think we have in the entire system. And it's right next door to your outdoor patio, right? Does that get a lot of use?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It does. Not so much in the, dog days of summer, but when it's nice out, and especially when we've got a lot of people there, especially like when finals week is one of those big things where we were just overrun with teens.
Oh, really?
All the rooms are full.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be like, hey, it's pretty nice outside. You guys can go out there and
Tons of
do
tables.
what you need.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Well, so what is your, if I had to pick one, what is your favorite feature of Monticello? Let's start with you, Kari.
My favorite feature is that it's a brand new library for the whole Western Shawnee community. And I love that we are kind of the place that all the kids come. They're like, there's so many books, and it's the library they're going to grow up in. And that is my favorite thing because I'm from that area. And I had wanted to work at Monticello since I heard they were opening it like a decade ago. So
yeah, that's
my favorite
awesome.
part.
That is really awesome. So what about you, Ian?
Yeah, mine is just the multiple ways you can use that library depending on what you need that day. Like when I was in school, I used to come to libraries to use the study rooms, and our study rooms are awesome. But if all the study rooms are full, there's other places you can go in the library that are pretty much just as good. Just all of the amenities we have are great, and I think it just offers something for everybody, really.
That's really cool. And this is one of our branches that has a drive-through.
Correct.
Is that pretty well used?
yes,
It's
it is.
picking up, yeah.
Yeah. That's neat.
Yeah.
What other features of the library should we mention? Because it's a beautiful building.
Yeah. We have laptop lending, so you can come and check out a laptop for 2 hours at a time. So those are very popular.
Yeah.
And we also have the Mac desktop computers with the Adobe software.
Oh yeah, they're loaded with great software. So if you have, any age of patron, if
Right.
they want to edit photos, create videos, record sound, we've got the whole Adobe suite. And so you can do very professional things with the computers there at the library. That's awesome. Yeah. It's also one of the first branches, I think, that we really started paying attention to furniture. Can you talk a little bit about that? I mean, it's unique, right?
Sure, yeah, it's very unique. Every chair seems to be different. There's all sorts of soft seating. None of it really replicates. There's like little pods of these chairs that swivel, and they've got these high backs, and there's like benches, and then there's all sorts of different ways you can sit that you can imagine, depending on whatever mood strikes you that day.
And just whatever your need is. If you're there to study, if you just want to kick back and read a book and just want some, solitude. If you want to be social and just want to be, in cozy, comfortable, environment. We've got it all. It's pretty cool.
It is. You have to come and test all the chairs to see which one is your favorite. I still can't decide on mine.
Yeah, and then the look of them.
Yes.
They're bright and a lot of very modern patterns. And
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite chair at the library?
My favorite are we've got these little cubicles up there, and so they've got like a little bench seating and a table, and there's like one-person ones, and there's two-person ones that are like a bench at a diner or something, but they got a little cubicle wall around them, so they're a little bit private. And so, yeah, sometimes, before we opened, I used to go up there to work a lot, because everyone was there. Our workroom would be full,
Sure.
and so we were kind of spreading out in the library, and I got really attached to those.
Oh, neat. How about you? Is there a favorite chair?
I really like the nonfiction section, the tables back there, because the field next to us is full of wildflowers and the tall
Yeah.
Kansas grass, and you can see the sunsets and the sunrise and the storms move in. So that's my favorite
Yeah,
spot to go sit and work.
Isn't that great? You mentioned that you get so much natural light, and there are all these windows, and so to be able to sit in these modern chairs that are super comfortable, read a book, glance up, look out the window, who knows what you might see, but you're going to get a big dose of nature and not today. Today, you get the bad side of nature. It's nice and gray and rainy today on the day that we're recording this. But most days, it's, beautiful
Most days
out
it's
there.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's coyotes and all sorts of animals out there.
How has the community embraced this branch? You've been there a year, and I remember when it first opened up, you all had lines just wrapped around the building, and people didn't care. They're like, I want to see this. We've been waiting for a library for a long time, and they weren't disgruntled or anything. They're like, yeah, I'll wait as long as it takes. This is going to be cool.
Yeah, they're really happy to have it there. And like when we opened, people were like, I remember when the sign came up when we moved in, and then the sign got faded, and then now it's here, and we're just so excited. So I don't think there's any hard feelings. Everyone seems to really love it over there, having a library over there.
Yeah, everyone who comes in, they're just so happy to be there. They want to look around at everything. They bring other family members who are visiting. They're like, I just had to show them the library. This is just amazing. Everyone has to see this. So,
Yeah.
the reaction has just been phenomenal. So many families, and it's just great to see everyone coming in.
Well, we're recording this podcast episode at the Central Resource Library, and to get out to Monticello, to me, it seems like it's quite a distance. And so when you go out on Shawnee Mission Parkway and you're heading west, you go past 435, and your branch is almost to K7,
Correct,
I want to say.
yeah.
Yes.
And when you go out there, you realize, wow, that's a community that is kind of a little removed from, a lot of the rest of Johnson County, and so it's almost like it's on an island, and it's a no-brainer. You got to have a library there, right? And so I'm sure the people in that community are just so thankful that you all are there.
Definitely, because the amount of houses that have been built in the last 10 to 15 years is just unbelievable. Like, you go there and there's always a new neighborhood popping up, it seems like. So they're just so excited that we're there.
Just really growing, alive community, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. What are some of the surprises that you've encountered over this past year?
I think the sheer number of people that come in, and especially to story times, our preschool story times are kind of out of control sometimes. There's over 100 kids and
Oh my gosh.
parents some days, and
Wow.
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
To just
It's awesome.
see them all, and then it's just great. It's the most fun.
Yeah.
So I love when they all come in.
Yeah, and isn't that great that parents that really need a little advice, they're able to network with other parents,
Yeah.
and these kids are making friends, and hopefully we're introducing the concepts of early literacy. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win.
I think, like, with the story times, it really helps dispel this myth that libraries are these stuffy places where we're going to shush you.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, honestly, I probably get shushed more than I shush, you know, but it's like our story times are loud, they're energetic. It's a place where families can come and see, oh, this is like people that think libraries don't have anything to offer them, like, can come in and see, oh, things are different.
Right.
Things have changed.
For sure.
There's so many different programs and things, and the kids department just does a phenomenal job of all the different things. We had our adopt a dog, and we got a Monticello stuffed dog, and so that was a very exciting program where we actually had dogs come in and you could adopt them. You could read to a dog. There were so many kids there. That was one of my favorite days. So.
Oh, that's great. That
Yeah.
is fantastic. Well, every building has some sort of challenge, and I'm sure that you've had some sort of challenge. So, to put a positive spin on it, what challenges have you faced? But how did you overcome it? What did you use your ingenuity to find your way out of whatever trouble you found? What problems did you encounter, or challenges is better than problems?
The fun thing about opening a library is that I think we were in there for about a month before we opened, and you get used to it, but you have no idea how people are going to use it until it actually opens.
That makes sense.
So seeing how it was used in ways that we didn't even think about. Like, we've got those green Spanish steps that we call them that go down, which are, ostensibly they have outlets on there so you can go and sit, you can get your laptop out. It's just a different way you can use the library.
Sure.
Now, those have just become a playground, really. So the kids see them, they climb to the top, and then they
Start jumping down.
all the way down. So, it's like it's been a constant, like, please don't jump,
Yeah.
We don't want you to get hurt. So it's things like that. And, of course, all the little technical woes you have, or things with the building, squeaky floors. If you've got, like, our elevator had issues. A group of kids may have gotten trapped in there. The fire department had to come. But, these things happen. It's,
Yeah.
the kids were pretty excited when they came out, though. They wanted to do it again, so.
Anything that you've noticed over this first year?
Just kind of explaining to people all the different things the library has to offer that they had no idea about. And so it's a fun challenge that you can just be like, did you know we have magazines and audiobooks and ebooks?
Oh,
and
yeah,
just-
people that haven't been to the library for some time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, they're like, you can get movies here from Netflix. Like, I had no idea. So
wow. And it's like walking in, and it's a totally different reality, really.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So they have, you all had new checkout kiosks. Were those difficult for patrons to learn to use, or was that just seamless and easy?
There's been a learning curve on it because you can put about 4 or 5 items in your stack instead of doing single items. So that
To check them all out at once.
Yeah, you can.
That seems like magic.
It really does. And most people think it is magic. They're like, how is this happening? How does it know I have these books here? So, yeah, it has been a little...
So, again, you could check out a bunch of DVDs, books, whatever, just stack them on our little checkout box on our kiosk, and they're all checked out at once. That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah, that is really
It's the
great.
library of the future.
Monticello, and it looks like the library of the future. It's not a box.
No.
The outside has really interesting angles.
Yes.
You've got this giant outdoor patio. Inside the library, in the kids area, I believe, you have that kind of round feature that really makes me think of like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is that what
Yeah.
you think too?
It feels like you're going to be teleported or something right there.
Well, let me ask you, what are some of the success stories that you're really proud of?
We've started a Monticello book group, and that is one of my personal successes because I've been part of that. So that's been really fun to meet people who have moved to the community. They're new there, they don't know anyone, and they just want to kind of come and talk about books with people that they really enjoy. And our other successes are just the sheer amount of people that we help every single day, and it's just so much fun to work with such talented, amazing, smart people. So.
That's great.
It's amazing how many library cards we still issue every day. Like in our first week, we issued like hundreds of new cards. And I feel like every day we're issuing I can't believe how many people in Johnson County don't have library cards. And I'm just like, we need to get all of them. Like, let's get them all. Like,
I hear you. I concur. And if you're listening to this and you don't have a library card, or if you know someone who doesn't have a library card, you can do it online. You'll need to come into a branch eventually, and we'll give you a physical library card. But it's so easy, and it opens this entire world. And if you want to know all the details of what your library card can do for you, you can talk to one of our librarians like Kari or Ian, and it will blow your mind if you haven't been to the library in some time because, like Kari said, there are a lot of different digital options for you now. Our e-library is just crazy amazing and fun, and we've got everything from streaming movies to newspapers that you can read online, magazines that are online, just an enormous collection that's changing all the time, that has everything from bestsellers to rare things. It's you know what? I sound like a cheerleader for the library, and I guess I kind of am because it's pretty awesome. Okay, well, what are some of your favorite stories or favorite moments from this past year?
I think all the teens that come in, they give us a lot of great stories because they're very excited to be there. And it's a place they can come after school and just kind of hang out with us and just be there and experience the library. So. Yeah,
for me, I think one of the best stories is just the way you see all different kinds of people in there. It's like intergenerational families, people using. It's like really, really heartening, because I think a lot of people think that libraries are a dying breed, and we are really just becoming this community hub. It's like one of the last places you can go that is free. You're not expected to give any money. We have all this stuff, and it's just a place you can meet people, a place you can go to just hang out, to get work done. And it's just been so awesome to see such a great turnout from the community and all the positive feedback we've been getting.
Yeah. If anybody ever says, oh, I didn't know libraries still existed, or do people still use libraries? Go sit for 15 minutes at the Monticello branch.
Yes.
Your mind will be blown. It's like, yes, they're thriving and they're better than ever, and especially our branches. So what are the programs that you feel like were especially successful this past year, and why do you think they were successful?
Sure. We've got the library's tabletop gaming program has started up at Monticello as well. We've been watching that grow pretty steadily over the last year. And that's just such a cool program. We do it once a month. I believe it's every third Thursday. And it is just so cool to see all the people that come out, because it's kind of an intergenerational program. We have parents with their kids. You'll have adults. You'll have kids. And we've got all these different games that we're happy to show them how to play. Neat. And so watching that grow has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you mentioned just the amazing success of story times.
Yes.
A lot of younger families, I'm taking it, so a lot of kids. How did summer reading go for you?
Summer reading was very popular. We
Yeah?
gave away so many books. It was unbelievable.
That is so great.
Yeah, we had a huge selection, and people were thrilled about it. And a lot of them had never done it before, since this is their first summer with the library in Western
Right.
Shawnee. So,
And it warms your heart to think all these little kids
Yes.
have a physical book that they get to keep forever, and they start that little home library of theirs. That's pretty cool. Yeah. First year of a baby's life, they hopefully they learn to take their first steps, and they learn a few words. Do you feel like that's where Monticello is? That it's up walking and talking?
Yeah, it's definitely walking. It's definitely talking. It's definitely sometimes, running away from you and you're chasing after it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's getting there. I think, opening a new library it was such a fun thing to do. And now I think we're really in the swing of things where the staff is really clicking. We're really understanding what this building is.
Yeah.
And now we're really taking time to see what the people want,
Right.
because when you open, it's just like, all right, we have some things, and now we kind of know what this is. We know what our service population is, and we can really start tailoring our programs and our services to them.
Yeah, and so you're starting your second year. That's pretty amazing. And so a toddler in its development is fully walking. It's running and talking, walking, talking, running. Its imagination starts taking off, and so a lot of play. And so, do you feel like that metaphor is apt for the Monticello branch? Do you feel like this next year you're going to be just running around like a crazy toddler?
I think so. I think it's just going to keep growing, and people are going to keep telling their friends about it and keep coming in, and everyone from the county's going to have to come see it after this. You've got to know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. So many different programs we're having this fall, so that'll be fun, and we're starting to plan for next spring as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we do our programming based on a theme, and we do that by the trimester, and those trimesters match the school year. So we have a fall trimester, a summer, and then a spring, and we're not going to give away all of the surprises that are coming, but look for the new fall guide, because there are a lot of really great events that will not only be at Monticello, but all of our branches. Well, I want to thank you both for coming today. I think it's so exciting that the branch has turned 1. I can't believe that it's only been a year, because to me it feels like it's been 3 to 5 years. And since then, we've opened another branch, the Lenexa City Center Library. So if you're out there listening to this podcast, ask yourself this question: have I visited the Monticello Library? And if you have not, I think it's time to visit it, because I think you all pegged it. It's a modern library. It is the modern library, and it is so cool. Once again, what do you want to leave folks with? Give us one final thought about your branch.
I think it's worth the trip. Like, if you've been to the other libraries, take the trip out to West Shawnee, have a look, see what we have out there. It's just such a fun building to just go to just be inside of. So I think it's worth the trip. Take the drive.
All right.
You have to come visit us and see it for yourself. It's just beautiful and fun, and there's always something going on, and you'll get to meet our lovely staff, and we might even take you on a tour of the sorter if you ask us nicely, which is something to see.
That is something to see. Well, you can go to jocolibrary.org/Monticello and find out all the details about this wonderful branch. Did we miss a question you wish we would have asked? Do you have thoughts or stories about today's topic? Share them with us on Facebook, facebook.com/JocoLibrary.
And now, our writer's quote of the day.
Hi, my name is Bree Hanson. I'm an information specialist at the Blue Valley Library. And my favorite quote is, "A book is a gift you can open again and again," by author Garrison Keller. Thank you.
We leave you with sounds from one of our locations. It's your audio minute we call Library Zen. So how was it talking to the astronaut?
It was amazing. This is the best thing that happened to me ever.
Really? What was your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part was when he actually I got a picture with him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How many pictures did you take?
I have no idea. My mom took the pictures, not me.
How many astronauts have you met in your life?
One.
Is this your favorite astronaut?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you read a bunch of books this summer?
Yes, I did.
Yeah? Were they mostly space books?
Mainly actually something like comic books.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what was the favorite thing that you're going to take away from meeting Mike Massimino?
It's actually going to be the signature that I got on my phone.
Okay. That is great. Well, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
For more episodes of Did You Hear, go to the Johnson County Library website, jocolibrary.org/didyouhear.